My bad, guys. I don't know what happened on the last stream, man. One moment. We coming back in the room, guys. All right, we good. Sorry, y'all. I don't know what happened on that last stream, man. It just cut out on me. Yeah, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. Again, I have no idea what happened on the last stream, but we back, man. I know it's 7 people in the room. Um, if y'all want, if anybody want to go back to the old room, put in the chat section for the people still in there. One of the mods, let them know. Hey, y'all go over to the new stream. Go over to the new stream because I know people don't know, man. Yeah, I know Marshawn Lynch retired. But the Raiders just selected a running back in the first round. Too bad we don't get round 2 tonight. I know, man. Maybe they need to pay attention. We're back. He's a dog, too. Baltimore. All right, Baltimore's on the clock with less than 5 minutes to go, man. But like I was saying, man, I was answering K-Flex question, man. We good, man. We're not in a rush for the quarterback right now. We're still gonna get it, and we're gonna be hopeful. But you got to look at the Fitzpatrick situation. We got him for 2 years, and that's a good seat filler for right now. So we don't have to rush and make just a brash decision. We could be patient. We could fix other positions while we still have him. Because think about it, if we would have got Haskins, then why did we get Fitzpatrick? You know, Fitzpatrick ain't come to Miami to be on the bench. He said this is an opportunity to start for one of the 32 teams. So that helps you easily make basically understand why we didn't go quarterback. Who did we pick? Come on, man. You don't know who we picked? Christian Wilkins, man. Defensive tackle out of Clemson. Beast. Beast, man. TD don't always read what I say. Message relayed. You good hearted. Exactly. There's no getting a QB this year. No. I think we're going to have another QB on the roster, whether it's via trade or draft. I just really think we will. But we'll see, man. I like the Raiders pick. The running back, Bree? Josh Rosen. Yeah, possibly. Sweet. Sweat to Seattle. The running back. Yeah, I mean, it ain't a bad move. It's just I didn't expect Raiders to go running back. I just didn't. I thought that they would be more focused on just making sure their trenches on both sides of the ball were locked up. If they building their future, basically building their team for the future, man. Baltimore at number 25, looking at Juwan Taylor. Ooh, they talking about going to get Marquise Brown from OU. Now that kid got some burners, man. See, that's the type of move I wouldn't mind. If Miami got a Marquise Brown, then you don't feel so bad about Kenny Stills getting older. Yeah, I know they had to replace him, man. Man, I'm asking because I just got off work. But I think he's a good pick. He will be a future Hall of Famer. Trust me. Yes, sir. Dolphins should get Drew Lock if he's there in the fourth. Hey, if he's there in the fourth, why not? Wait, TD? What's up, Bree? I hope Lock don't go to the Pats. You never know, man. We got 7 more picks, man. Or 8, actually. Isn't this the same Wilkins that grabbed a dude's nuts in a game? I have no idea. And if he did, I hope so. Let's go. They need to replace Lynch in their second pick. Lock is a flop. I doubt Pats are going to draft a QB. Ravens. Yeah, we got Brown. They got the wide receiver. Speedy guy out of Oklahoma, man. He's a beast. Antonio Brown cousin, man. He is a beast. Some Dolphin fans stressing too much over the QB situation. Y'all got to relax and trust your team system. Fitzpatrick is just a fill the void until they execute their plan for a younger QB. I agree, man. Watching film on Christian Wilkins, he's a monster. Raw power, no offensive player he faced could hold him last year. Very versatile, kills double teams. You done your research, you know it. Yeah, there's a YouTube video questioning Wilkins' sexuality because on what you said by Crazy Man. Listen, man, that's his prerogative, man. At the end of the day, we and Wilkins would be nice. I'm glad someone else understands who we got in Wilkins exactly. Check your text, TD. I don't see one, Bree. Let me double check. Oh, okay. Hold on. Yeah, I remember that, Bree. Now it's coming back, man. Now it's coming back. Oh, man. Maybe he was falling, Bree. Trade up round 2 for Juwan. Yep, it is. Warms my heart when I see players cry after getting picked. Yeah. This kid is a beast, though. Wide receiver position, raw talent, raw speed, energy. Let me tell you this. He's the fast Jarvis Landry. He's the faster Jarvis Landry, man. Marquise Brown. Wilkins was a great pick. You better know it. We play Baltimore this year. I know. Trade him now. There's still time. No, we good, Bree. We are good. Coach trade pick to Redskins. Redskins move back up. The shorter and faster. I'll have 2 number 9s, a number 9 large, a number 6 with extra dip, a number 7, 2 number 45s, 1 with cheese, and a large soda. Redskins traded. Jets and Bills getting those defensive tackles that will be interesting. Wilkins will be able to contain those mobile QBs. Yes, sir. Force him on the outside, if anything. We treat him like the Pats treated Tyreek Hill. I really love the Christian Wilkins pick. Kid is a beast and a defensive line high motor. Exactly. My son will be in the 2026 draft. Hey, let's do it. As long as he's not a diva like Brown, he'll be good. Nah, he humble, man. You can tell. Well, I hope so. You know how this money changing. We're about to find out. Redskins on the clock, guys. 7 more picks in the first round. TD, really enjoy listening to your insight. You get it. I try, man. You know, I ain't always right, and I'll admit it, but it just means it changes my thought process, man. It's just a continuous thought process on our organization and what we think and how we view football. People just want to say, oh, I want this player, I want that player. They got to understand the mental. How do we view football? What is our front office? What are we trying to accomplish? What is the vision? What is the view of a successful football team? And I think I understand it, man. One who doesn't overpay for players, even if we got to lose the great ones. You don't overpay for players. That's the direction we're headed now. You have to draft well, get players with good eyes, good hands, and good feet. Allow the coaches to do their job and be the difference. The coaches are supposed to be the difference makers, not the players. The coaches are supposed to make the players the difference makers. Therefore, thus, the coach is the difference maker. And with that being said, man, it ain't about the big name. It ain't about, I mean, of course, first round picks, yeah, it's going to be about the big name. But it ain't about the big name free agents. Just isn't, man. Eagles wanted to trade up with us for Wilkins. Too bad. We used to be like the Redskins. A lot of teams they don't get it yet. They still listening to fan bases and just trying to get the next big name. They don't get it. Every time I see a team signing somebody to a ridiculous deal, or I see a team that's signing a free agent to a big deal or something like that, man, it just spells disaster. I wish the Seahawks would trade up and get greedy already. Didn't the Seahawks already trade down? Didn't the Seahawks trade down already? People don't understand, man. Seattle is in save money mode. Seattle can't afford certain things. They just signed Russell Wilson to $10 million more than what he should have got per year. And people argue with me, oh, he's worth the money. Yeah, if you're a team that doesn't want to win a Super Bowl. If you want to put the value on a quarterback for what everybody else say they're worth, you won't win a Super Bowl. It's ridiculous to me when people use the term he's worth the money. That's why I throw things out like, is he worth $100 million a year? No, well, of course not. Well, is he worth $50 million a year? No, he ain't. Well, is he worth 40 a year? No, he ain't worth 40. And y'all quick to say no, but then I say he ain't worth 35. Oh, you got to pay the man TD, or what? Just let him go? Yes, you let him go. For the future of your team. You don't sign one player for 4 years just so you can lose. And wasn't he the difference maker for the team? Russell Wilson was the difference maker. With less, he had to do more, and he did it. But what did it amount to? A first-round exit. So is that going to be the end-all say? And then you get worse because you can't afford all the players. Didn't they just lose one of their big-time players in a trade? I was live talking about it. They just lost one of their big players in a trade. Just lost them because of Russell Wilson's deal. The GM on the record said it'll be really hard to keep all 3 of those great defensive players because of the Russell Wilson deal. So in theory, they got worse with Russell Wilson. You're the same team with them at $25 million, but when you give them $35 million and you lose a Pro Bowl, all-pro defensive starter, you got worse. And people don't understand that. Oh, what, just let him walk? Yes. Matter of fact, no, you don't let him walk. You trade some idiot team for him, then go get you 2 first-round picks and let that idiot team pay him $35 million a year. Now you go get a quarterback Don't have to be great, can be mediocre, but now you can get another asset to make your defense even better or make your offense better. It's ridiculous. People don't understand football. They don't understand football when they do that stupid stuff. Montez Sweat is gone. Redskins got him. Defensive end out of Mississippi State. He is gone. Defense wins championships. Tom was mediocre in the Super Bowl. Next year, top 5 defense. Watch. Yep. Cam can't even play. Good personnel fills the voids. Sources say Dwayne Haskins was pissed off that he dropped so low. If he ends up being really good, I'm going to be so hurt. And our guy's going to end up being really good. Why would you be hurt? See, you put your value on the wrong player. If Haskins become a Pro Bowler in the first year, and our defensive tackle becomes a Pro Bowler in the first year, the crime in it all is some of y'all really think, oh, we should have got Haskins. Look, are you kidding me? At least that defensive tackle, I can sign on a massive deal for about $17 million a year, and that's ridiculous. But you want me to have Haskins, and then 4 years later, if he a stud, got to give him 30-something million? Team screwed. Y'all better learn. Trust me, Miami matter of fact, Miami actually wants a quarterback like Fitzpatrick. Middle of the road. You're gonna make mistakes, but don't make so many that you cause us the game and let our defense win championships. What's your best guess on who or what type of player the Dolphins go with next, TD? I don't know who, but what type? We're going to hit that offensive line. The defensive line hasn't dried up yet, but it's at 48, it's going to be gone. It'll be gone. We're going to hit that old line hard in the second round. That's where we're going to be with it. Second round, we're going O-line. Do you think Dwayne Haskins will hurt the team? No, he won't hurt the team. But when he come up for that new contract, if he lives up to first round potential and ends up being a great quarterback, as soon as he get off his rookie contract, he's going to hurt the team. Because now these rookies are demanding big. Look at Patrick Mahomes. What if Haskins ends up being like Patrick Mahomes? You want to pay Haskins $40 million, and don't come to me with that salary cap goes up. Salary cap might go up $5 million, and you're going to be paying a Haskins $40 million. Think about it. Tannehill and them get off their rookie contract, and all those guys got about 17, 18, 19, 20 million a year. And now we talk about this new generation coming off of rookie contracts, getting about 40 in the next few years. 40 million a year. And even if the cap goes up to 200 million, 40 y'all? 20% of your entire roster is on one person? You don't understand football if you think that's acceptable. No O-lines have been drafted yet, right? Oh, it's at least 4 of them have gone already. Offensive linemen. Or 3. No O-line have been drafted yet, right? We need O-line. That's what's going to win us the Super Bowl. You couldn't be more wrong, man. The Chiefs had an O-line. Did they win the Super Bowl? And they had your quarterback you all want, right? Did they win the Super Bowl? What stopped them from winning the Super Bowl? They had something called, the Patriots had something called a defensive line that made the Chiefs' offensive line look like trash, and they made the Chiefs' quarterback look like trash. Am I wrong? So when you say we need an offensive line, that's what's going to win us the Super Bowl, you don't understand the mentality of our front office right now. Flores gets it. The reason why the Chiefs didn't win the Super Bowl, it wasn't because their offensive line played bad in that game. It wasn't because Mahomes had a trash first half. No, it was because the defense forced that upon them. Y'all better get y'all priorities straight or we going to keep on going in these 20-year cycles of being trash. Get your priorities straight, man. Understand football. We want to tank for Tua. Right, all right. Raiders. Jonathan Abrams. Wow. They get a DB. Oh, they got him listed as a safety. Wow. Whatever. He will take Tannehill toys and show him how good they are. Oh, I don't know who you're talking about. I need DL and OL. Yes, Rosen is pissed if we get him for a third. He will listen to everything O'Shea says. Just needs him to be a great system about. No, you're not, man. Successful teams constantly keep rebuilding the NFL draft and don't overpay for players. Exactly, but you know what the sad thing is, Mark? It's only one team that's really truly doing it though. And we wonder why they done been to like 50 Super Bowls in the last 20 years. I know the math don't add up, but you get my point. It's only one team actually rebuilding their team every year in the draft and not overpaying people. And don't care how good you is, they ain't finna overpay you. Only one team. And once again, we wonder why they go to 50 Super Bowls in the last 20 years. And again, I know my math ain't right, but you get my point. Man, it's like common sense, man. I don't know, TD. I think if you have a proven young franchise Super Bowl winning QB, you got to pay them. Why? Why you got to pay them? Haven't you noticed? And let's not even say Super Bowl winning QB. Russell Wilson went to the Super Bowl. What has his team been ever since they paid him? And now they paying him more. Flacco won a Super Bowl. What has his team been ever since they paid him? Remember the young Eli who won Super Bowls? And then he got a big deal. What has the team been? Ben Roethlisberger winning Super Bowls. What have they been since they've ever start paying him the big bucks? I can go on and on and on about every quarterback that done won. And the only reason the Patriots continue to be successful is because Tom Brady never took that big payday. The proof is in the pudding. So when you say, I don't know, TD, I think you have a proven QB, young franchise Super Bowl winning QB, you got to pay them? No, you don't. You got to show the whole league that you got standards and that you're going to go back to the Super Bowl anyway. And why do you think every single year for the last 15 years, what did they say preseason for the Patriots? Why hasn't the Patriots, guys, tell me am I wrong? The Patriots have not been the favorite to win a Super Bowl in 15 years. And if you don't know that, you need to go do your research. This is a fact. The Patriots have not been the Vegas favorites or nobody's favorites to win a Super Bowl in 15 years. And you know why they're never the favorite? Because every offseason they lose 5 to 7 of their best players. Every offseason they lose 5 to 7 of their best players. And people say, we don't know how they're going to play. Oh, this is the end. This is the end of that dynasty. Every year. And I keep telling people that whole Garoppolo scandal, the only reason it didn't go down where Garoppolo was the starter for the Patriots is because Tom Brady didn't take the massive deal. If Tom Brady ever wanted that massive deal, y'all mock my words. I don't care. Y'all think Robert Kraft crazy? Brady would not be a Patriot. If 5 years ago Brady would have wanted the massive deal, he wouldn't have been a Patriot. And I know some of y'all, oh, he would have still been a Patriot. The Patriots would have once again showed you their hand. Showed you what time it was. Would they have been as successful? I don't know, but how can we count them out? Every year they're not the favorite because they let 5 to 7 of their best, let me not even say their best players because we already underrate their players. They let 5 or 7 of their starters go. How about that? Every year, man. Watch New England pick Drew Lock at 32. I wouldn't be surprised. Sound decision, not emotion. Yeah, people are just so enamored. Like if we had a Patrick Mahomes on our team, people would be so happy. But to me, it would be a nightmare. Oh my gosh, when this guy's rookie contract is up, we're going to have to pay him $40 million. You know what the fan base is going to say? Pay him $100. I don't care. You don't know football. Why do you think the Chiefs are getting all the weapons they can for that man right now? The Chiefs know we got to win in 2 years. If we don't win in 2 years, we're in trouble. Because the only way we keep this thing together and give him more money is if we win in 2 years. Now players feel like we can build a dynasty over here. We can go on the next Patriot run. I don't mind taking less. You got Lyman taking $2 million less. You got this and that taking $2 million less. Next you know, Patrick Mahomes don't even take a $40 million contract that he's going to get. And another team would give it to him. But he's going to stay with the Chiefs for somewhere like 33. Less than Russell Wilson's. Mock my words. If they win. If they win a Super Bowl. Same thing with the Cowboys. They scratching their head now. How do we pay Dak and Zeke and keep the team the same? Let's just keep it 100. It's impossible. We're going to lose about 2 players two great defensive players after we sign these 2 on their big deals. Unless we win right now. We hold off on their deal, which they have done. They actually held off a little. And we win now. Now we got players that are invested, and we're going to have a conversation with them. We can bring it back to the old school Cowboys winning rings after rings after rings. But we can't do it if we're giving you a lot of money. Y'all, man, y'all got to understand this, man. Let all just celebrate the Gase and Tanner trash is gone. I agree. Do you want Rose and TD? For a third rounder, I wouldn't mind that chance. Fitzpatrick equal turnovers, 11 million versus Josh Rosen, 6 million. Fitzpatrick ain't 11 million. It's like 5.5 a year. Another defensive tackle gone, Jerry Tillery. I told you this draft is just loaded with defensive players, man. Rosen is a gamble. For a third round, it's worth it, though. It's worth it for a third round. People forget he leads the conference and tackles for losses. Who is that, Bree? I'm just saying QB will make turnovers. Trenches. Hey man, take the chance. First rounder doesn't mean they are going to be good. Look what happened when we picked up Deion Jordan. I agree. O'Shea will help Fitz. Yes, he will. But you know what's even crazier, man? Like you say, you never know, man. That's why you don't get too high and too low on these players, man. And the beautiful thing about the draft, if you really follow football year-round, you get to remember some of these players. You get to remember that, hey, remember this kid got drafted and we wanted him? Look at him now. Oh, my gosh, I'm glad we didn't take him. Or remember this kid? Like let's take Haskins, for example. What if Haskins is boo-boo trash and we're like, yes, I'm glad we didn't take him? Or what if he's the greatest thing since Brady? And then you're worried about the new contract, man. I'm going to go on record saying TD wants a above average quarterback at all times behind his franchise. Let me tell you why. Because you're never going to have to pay him the max dollars. And he's going to be good enough to win games and not make enough mistakes to lose you games. He's not going to make the difference, but that's what everything around him matters. That's why everything around him matters, man. It matters. And I'm glad we got a defensive tackle, because the truth is, the defensive tackle is the cornerstone of the defense. That's the one position that if that goes down, everything else crumbles. If you got a dominant defensive tackle and he goes, they're going to run that ball up your gut. And as soon as your linebackers come to help, they're going to throw that ball over the top in the middle of the field. Everything crumbles. And your defensive tackle goes down, now the offensive line double teams your defensive ends because they feel like they center and guards can handle the middle. Now you have no pass rush and the opposing quarterback got all day. You can't guard but so long out there in the secondary. It all starts at the defensive tackle, y'all. That is the quarterback of the defense. Even though a lot of people don't name the defensive tackle as a quarterback, but I'm saying as in value. The defensive tackle is, to me, has the most attributables. You can have a trash safety, but if your defensive line getting there, it don't matter because the quarterback ain't got time to hit that second level anyway. You can have a bad linebacking core. You can have a bad linebacking core if the defensive lineman getting there anyway is stuffing those lanes. You can make bad linebackers look good. You can have bad corners. It don't matter. It ain't enough time to get that ball out. You see what I mean? That's the most important position on the defense. And that's the defensive tackle. If that goes, everything else has to overcompensate to their own downfall. If the opposing team knows that, they can screw you all day, man. Oh, man, TD, I see your point, but I want a stud at QB, bro, straight up. I agree. But what you going to do with that stud when he won $40 million? That's all, man. And see, the thing is, we all want studs. Nothing wrong. But if Dan Marino was a stud and he couldn't win a Super Bowl, you got to evaluate your value on the position. Let me tell you what blinds the entire NFL. Here, let me tell you what the Patriots' #1 secret is. The Patriots' #1 secret is they know that other teams put so much value on Tom Brady. Yes, he has the value, and lucky them, he don't charge them $40 million a year. But teams put so much value on Tom Brady that it makes them say, we need a quarterback. We need a quarterback like that. They think that Tom Brady is doing everything for the Patriots. They think that Tom Brady was the one who sacked Patrick Mahomes 5-6 times in the AFC Championship game for an average loss of 12 yards. They think that Tom Brady is the one who broke that offensive line down. They think that Tom Brady was the one that caught that deep ball that Gronk caught. Oh, that was Tom Brady. They think that Tom Brady made 11 how many other catches Julian Edelman had? See, people don't want to talk about the other side of that. Julian Edelman had 11 freaking catches. Man, I can show you almost every receiver on the Dolphins in that game would have literally, out of all those targets that Edelman had, ain't none of them would have had over 9 catches. Edelman, like 11, 12, or 13 catches, whatever it was. But they put too much merit on Tom Brady, like he was the difference maker. No, Tom Brady does his job and he does it very well. But if them receivers wasn't catching the balls like that, Patriots would be home every year. If that offensive line wasn't blocking for him like they do, Patriots would be home every year watching the playoffs. If the defense wouldn't scheme in the way that they do and coming up big in games where Tom Brady looks bad, they would be home every year. We put too much merit on the quarterback, and that's the Patriots' #1 secret. Our quarterback is so good, and he takes little money that everybody thinks they need the quarterback like that. But they don't realize the only reason we got the quarterback like that is because he gives us a discount. So they go chase the quarterback like that and ready to give him $35 million not realizing they just screwed up having a player like Edelman. They just screwed up having a player like Gronk. They just screwed up having the offensive lineman they need. They just screwed up having the defense that they need. That's the Patriots' #1 secret, and they gonna stay hush mouth about it. They gonna stay hush mouth, let everybody keep on going for the big names. Every time they see a contender go for big names, they probably jump up and down, just cheering for joy. Who signed the $35 million contract for a quarterback? Oh my gosh, we ain't got to worry about them. Patriots licking their chops, man. Man. Woo, this is just beautiful. Look at all these suckers, all these fools out here. Look at all these fools out here making these fool dumb decisions. They don't understand football. They the general fan. I'm telling you, that's what's happening in this league, man. Dan Marino was the highest paid player in the league in '95, and wonder why he never won a Super Bowl. And it wasn't his fault. He took his money. He did his job, but why didn't we win? You think we could have afforded more pieces? No. Agreed, Joe. Top-tier quarterbacks get paid what the market commands. TB, Tampa Bay is the one exception to the rule. Tampa Bay leadership and experience. Just because top-tier quarterbacks get paid what the market commands doesn't make it right. See, that's the difference. That don't mean it makes it right. We know what the market is. Matter of fact, the market was $35 million for Russell Wilson. But you gotta understand who sets the market. The worst 5 teams in the league every year usually sets the market. We set the market for Ndamukong Suh. You remember that? Anytime you make somebody the highest paid player, you're setting the market. Now, your bad teams usually set the market. But your good teams that are about to be bad, they set the market too because they don't want to lose a player that they already got. They didn't want to lose Russell Wilson. So what did they do? Make a bad decision and instantly became a bad team. Y'all mark my words, man. They instantly going to become a middle-of-the-road team. At best, they'll be a wild card team, exiting in the first or second round and never see those glory days in the championship game anymore. So, of course, when the market is set, you have to understand who's setting it. It's usually a trash team that's reaching. We did it with Ndamukong Suh. Set the market. And then he goes to a Super Bowl. Look at that, y'all. The Rams go to a Super Bowl. Somebody going to argue with me. That wasn't a bad move. Look at the Rams. They got Ndamukong Suh and went to the Super Bowl. Yeah, they paid him what he was actually worth, $16 million. Do I have to remind you what we paid him? Almost double? Come on. Come on. And that's why they went to the Super Bowl. Because they got a top-tier player at the value he deserved. And the only reason they got him at that value is because people didn't value him because he was with Miami. And we had so many other holes. No one player alone impacts the game from a winning standpoint like that. But leave it to some people, they think it does. And you be wrong, man. Which Dolphin game you looking forward to this year, TD? Every single one of them. Pay the player what they worth. And lose. And lose. Hold on. Watch this, y'all. Snowman, you say pay the player what they worth. Right? So, if Laramie Tunsil worth $20 million a year, do you pay it? According to you, yes. If after whoever our new quarterback ends up being gets off his rookie contract and Tunsil's still on the roster and he's worth $40 million a year, do you pay it? According to you, yes. That's $60 million. If Xavier Howard's still on the roster and we pay him $17 million a year, $77 million, 3 players. Minka Fitzpatrick get off his rookie deal and he want his $15 million a year. $92 million, 4 players. Oh wow, we got a $200 million salary cap in about 3 years. 4 players, $97 million. Is that right? 87. No, 92 million for 4 players. Okay. Let's keep going. Shall we? Shall we? Bobby McCain's still getting his 8. Oh, we had $100 million for 5 players now, huh? Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't even mention our first round pick this year, did I? Did I mention our first round pick this year? Or the one next year? Another $20 million? All of them in the same time? 6 players, $120 million? Oh, that's what you want to do? And let's just be generous and stop right there. $120 million for 6, 7. Let's even be generous. I'm going to add another player and say 7 players. So we got $80 million for 45 people. Less than $2 million per year. Literally about $1.7 million per player. And you think you can build a Super Bowl winning team that way? Pay the players what they worth. Hold on. You know what? Let me back up. You do pay them what they worth. But you have to understand what the market says they're worth don't mean that's what they're worth. Russell Wilson was not worth $35 million just because the market said he was. Just because the market says he's worth $35 million don't mean that's what he's actually was worth. I am telling you, on an NFL team, if everybody had a balance sheet, Russell Wilson would have got a massive contract of $25 million a year. If everybody was doing it the right way, trying to have good competitive teams. He would have got notice what I said, he would have got a massive $25 million a year. But since you got teams that are desperate and they so trash and they suck and they need to make a splash and they offer the man another $10 million a year, that's why the market changes. And then you got a team like Seattle that's dumb and they fall into it. Oh my gosh, we're gonna lose them, so we have to, and they do it. Trust me, they were weighing all their options. They didn't want to give him no $35 million a year. They were weighing their options. Why you think they waited to the very last minute? He gave them a deadline and they waited to the 9th hour. Tickets, not titles. Exactly. Which one is more important to you as a Dolphin fan? Tickets or titles? Oh, we sell the most tickets in the league. We the most watched franchise, but ain't winning nothing. Sound like the new age Cowboys. Fans, we stay focused within our team, man. That's all. No disrespect. I agree with that. Are we up for 2nd round picks yet? Not yet, man. Now Seattle done flipped all their picks. They get a defensive end at TCU. They trying to replace the player that they just lost. And they got 2 picks in a row, 29 and 30. I live in Seattle and I hate the Hawks, but if they ball out this year, I'm going to remind you of what you said, brother. Please remind me. You're going to have to remind me. I look forward to you reminding me. I've gone on the record saying there is only one way Seattle can be successful. Out of 7 draft picks, they got to get 4 to 5 of them day one starters and impact players in the NFL. Ain't got to be Pro Bowlers, but impact players day one. Minka Fitzpatrick wasn't a Pro Bowler, but he was an impact player day one. They got to get 4 out of the 7 draft picks impact day one. 4 out of 7. That's the only way, because now you got 4 players that you signed on a small contract to make up for Russell Wilson. But who drafts, who hits 4 out of 7 in the draft? Look at last year, we lucked out and hit two out of how many of them we drafted? That we know so far. Hopefully our linebacker turns up this year. Come on, man. First cornerback just got taken, DeAndre Baker, off the board from Georgia. Best cornerback prospect, man. He's from Miami. You're a Cowboy comment, TD. Hey, it's true, Bree. Seattle only has 4 draft picks. I think they traded one, so they might have an extra one now. They know what they got to do. They know what they have to do. Seattle will be lucky to make the playoffs. I'm not saying they can't, but they got worse, y'all. When are y'all going to realize that they got worse? Signing Russell Wilson on a deal don't make the team better. He's still the same Russell Wilson who had, in my opinion, he had his best season as a player this year. Numbers weren't staggering, but what, 7 or 9 interceptions? I forgot which one. Amazing. But they only put the ball on average in his hand 19 times a game to throw the ball. They don't even trust him to throw 30 times a game. And let me not use the word trust because that's harsh. They're not comfortable having him throw 30 times a game. D. Baker from Miami Northwestern. I know. Taylor dropping. Yes, he is, man. Russell Wilson busy posing naked. Yeah, and buying Amazon stock. I wish I was one of his linemen. What's going on with Taylor? That's a good question, Bree, man. Nobody knows. It looks like if he don't get picked in the next 2 picks, and hey, look for the Patriots. They might even pick him up. You know they always looking for the young talent. You know you know what? Let me call it like this. You know the Patriots always looking to lease a player. They'll lease a player like that. They're not trying to finance no player. They'll lease you quick. So they might even want to lease a Juwan Taylor. Oh, they might want to lease Juwan Taylor. Patriots don't buy nothing. They lease. They lease. Look what they did with the All-Pro left tackle last year. They leased him for 1 year. Now he can get his big money. But the Patriots say, hey, thank you for helping us win the Super Bowl. Go off and be great. We already got it. We drafted your replacement last year anyway. It's crazy. To your point, the rest of the players have to lose motivation if they know the franchise has limited funds available for future contracts. Yes, of course. You sign a Russell Wilson on that and you got a contract coming up. Imagine if we gave Fitzpatrick $40 million. I'm not talking about whether he was worth it or not. We know he's not. But imagine if we gave him $40 million. What you think Xavier Howard thinking? What you think Minka thinking in the back of his head? Man, I mean, are they going to cut him at the end of this? Or, or are they going to pay me when my time comes? They can't pay everybody. I know they about to pay Tunsil. I know they about to pay Xavier Howard. Are they going to be able to pay Tunsil big money, Xavier Howard big money, and me big money when I come up? And I already got this $40 million contract on the roster? Falcons, 31. Kellen McGarry, man. Juwan Taylor is really sliding, man. Atlanta probably get Taylor. They didn't. Now, this New England pick is going to be the most interesting pick of the night, man. It's probably going to be underrated or a steal. They might take Taylor. What New England going to do, man? I ain't never seen a team pick at number 32 so much in my life. And sometimes might trade out of that. And you know the crazy thing is, the money for a 32nd pick They ain't never got to over. That's the benefit. See, people don't realize that too. That's a benefit for the Super Bowl winner. People think, oh, but they got to pick 32. That's a plus for them. They sit there like every year we get a first round talent because all of the first round are good, first and second round. We get a talent that we're gonna make the difference, our coaches, and making them that much better. We get those type of guys, and we only got to pay pennies for a first round pick. Do you know the difference from a 13th pick to a 32nd pick? How much they get paid? Oh man, the Patriots save buku money. They save buku money drafting at 32, still getting a quality player every year. And you know their scouting game is also top notch. Now they don't always hit in the draft. This is gonna be an interesting pick, man. I want to see who they get, man. Steal of the draft. Isn't it weird that we play New England at home early in season, then at New England at end of season? Sorry, off topic. Yeah, it ain't weird. That's always the case. It's usually they try to line us two up. Especially for years to come, because we're one of the only teams that have a winning record as of late against New England. That's a fact. We're one of the only teams that have a winning record against New England, so they love the end of the season to have those kind of games. Taylor was projected as a top 10 pick, and they get him at 32. Can you believe this? Falcons are protecting Ryan. Man, yeah, you're right, Bree. But let's see. The same thing with Matt Ryan, though. That's to my point, Bree. Ever since they gave him the big money, it's always been as good as not a Super Bowl. Always playoffs, but then people like, oh, they faltered again. People like, are they going to replace Gronk? It's going to be an interesting pick. We finally have a good front office personnel. It feels good to no longer have idiots running into the ground. Yes. Here we go. Come on, Patriots. You should have your pick already. They pick guard and tackle. Who that, Bree? Oh, yeah, you talk about Falcons? Yeah, they protecting Ryan. And they go young protecting Ryan. They get two pieces to protect him. They to protect him to try to have a shot at the Super Bowl, man. Drew Lock, 4-year starter, 3 years team captain. If they don't get Drew Lock, he didn't go day one. He back there in the room and didn't get called. Shout out JP Brady. You there? Who y'all about to pick, JP? Who are y'all about to pick? But they come to us at home at the end of the season, not the beginning. Really? Didn't we? I thought we flipped that. I thought we go to them late in the year. So you mean 2 years in a row they have to come to us late in the year? You sure about that? Appreciate you, Metaldo Joe, Metaldo the Joe, or whatever, 2017. Forgive me for butchering it. Man, it's actually interesting. Who are the Patriots go pick? Oh man, it's been a long night, y'all, but this is what it's about, man. But once again, guys, Miami Dolphins select Christian Wilkins, defensive tackle from Clemson, First round pick. We got a cornerstone in the defense to add, just complimentary, man. Minka Fitzpatrick, Xavier Howard, we're headed in the right direction, man. I love it. Am I streaming tomorrow? I should, but it just depends how long, though. We'll see. The Dolphins need a quarterback that will be like a Tom Brady or Aaron Rodgers, somebody that will lead the team. We need somebody that's going to embody the team, that's going to feel engraved in the team. Don't mind, not that knows Super Bowls are more important than the money, man. Of course, go get your money, but don't try to stick it to the team just because you can. That's what you need, man. Here we go. What Bill about to do? They get a wide receiver from Arizona State, N'Keal Harry. And everybody's going to be like, N'Keal Harry? But, man, I'm going to be mad if this kid catching balls all over the field from Brady, man. Well, look what happened to their wide receiver. And they lost Gronk, and they still won a Super Bowl despite the wide receiver debacle. Who was it that's no longer in the NFL due to his issues? What's his name again? Y'all let me know in the comment section, man. Breon, we always say at Pats, but they usually get it done, don't they? Look at this kid. This kid is like, oh my gosh, I might win a Super Bowl my rookie year. Oh my gosh. That's what he's thinking. And guys, that concludes the first round of the 2019 NFL Draft. Man, yeah, Josh Gordon, man. Yeah, they just replaced him. They've been looking for a receiver the whole year, and they still win a Super Bowl without him. Without him. But now they go and get them a first-round receiver and say, let's stop trying to figure that out. We got that. We got that. And technically, ain't he the second-best receiver coming in the draft or the third? Well, ain't he the second or third best one picked? I mean, ain't many of them went. So, man, he's 6'2", 230. Wow. Man. They say this guy may be better than DK Metcalf. We about to find out, man. N'Keal Harry. Let me look at these highlights. Toronto to Grenadines, all the way to Phoenix, Chandler, Arizona. He done been around. Arizona State. I'm watching them now on some video, man. Wow, man. They don't need to trade up. Never, man. Fans all the way up. Shout out every Dolphin fan, man. Y'all, before I get out of here, hit the comment section. Fins up if you like our draft pick, man. If you like our draft pick, hit the comment section. Fins up, baby. Fins up, ladies and gentlemen. Fins up the comment section, man. All right, Metalo. I can't pronounce it. Action Jackson, thanks. Garrett Woods, shout out to you, man. Adam, man. Joe, for life, baby. Daniel, let's go. AB the Kid 305, shout out to you, man. Cedric Diehard, Mr. Miami. Man, Jason T42, Me Messy. Shout out to you. Garrett Wood, I'm all the way out here in Missouri. Shout out to you, man. Winley. Andres, man, Fat Boy Swag in the house, Angel, True Fins fan in the house, y'all. Let's remember we have Brazilian dude and AAF sack leader. Yes, we do. Andrew Harris. Breon, get out of here, man. You ain't no Fins fan. You a part-timer. True Fins fan, man. Fins Drake, Action Jackson, Andres Chastain. Man, everybody, man. Go past. 90-way lover in the house, y'all. Marlon Coleman in the house. Man, Fat Boy Swag. Tell him, Joe. Just left the Miami Dolphins Stadium. All right, Joel. But y'all, this TD Fans Talk. I am so happy we have concluded night one of the NFL draft. Man, we got the guy that the organization wanted. Obviously, Greer, Flores, everyone was on the same page. Man, I'm excited about it. We got a cornerstone for the defense to add to the pieces we already have. This is a great move in the right direction. Of course, we already know we're going to hear criticism. We're going to hear second guessing. We're going to hear questions. But at the end of the day, you heard it here at TD Fans Talk. We got the right guy, ladies and gentlemen. We got the right guy, ladies and gentlemen. We ready, man. Dolphins Super Bowl 2019-2020. This TD Fans Talk, guys. I'm going to eat me a little something and go to bed. I'll see y'all tomorrow, giving y'all more detail on who we drafted. This is TD Fans Talk. Peace. I'm out, y'all. Let me come up there and turn it off. Mm, 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 mm.